But speaking of which, what's the last show we did? The Experience, my show. I told the people I'd been to the doctor, and apparently there was nothing wrong with me, and I was, catching up or checking off the list of my vaccinations and scans and fucking probes and anything that needs to be done to me. And I got the results of my blood test back, and I've got bad news for some people, and that there's still nothing wrong with me. There's one thing that I've found. Back in the old days, when they still were using leeches and things like that in modern medicine, the doctor used to come in and you'd in a cup and they'd take your blood and then you'd go back sometime later and they would have got the results and he'd sit there with a fucking piece of paper and he'd say, okay, well, you're about to have a stroke or your fucking left kidney's up your ass and needs to be removed or whatever the fuck. But now they send you the results of your blood test on the internet with graphics, with like pie charts and fucking level meters and shit. It's amazing. And they have analyzed your blood right down to the fucking nub. And it's like if I can't remember what the color was, but let's say yellow if you're low and green if you're fucking good and red if you're high, right? And I was all green, baby, except for the one thing. And actually, I tell a lie. I think then you're yellow if you're a little high, and then you're red if you're dead. But the only good red is a dead red. Isn't that what they used to say?
Commie Cornette's back, I see.
Well, nevertheless, the point is, I gotta cut down on the cake. The cake and the Reese's. Because every single category I was guns blazing, green light ahead, ready to go. And then it's like, you about 6 fucking points higher. Whatever. I don't know. They used to call it blood sugar back in my day. But now there's a glucose and a bun and all these other things. But on this reading, I need to drop about 12 points or whatever the fuck it is. So I'm cutting down on the cake and the Reese's.
You know where the money is? You got to write a book. The Cheeseburger and Sprite Diet. My Key to Long Life.
Well,
no one's ever written that book, and you keep getting these results, and you're in better shape than you've ever been now that you're not on the road.
I've started trying to, not just binge and gorge and flummox around and just, wallow in feed bags for the past number of years. But at the same time, the complete crap that I ate for so many years should have played a part in something. But so far it has not. And I'm pooping well, I'll have you know. No complaints with the poop. And that's a big part. If you got complaints with the poop, that's a sign of bad things to come, Brian. Have you ever complained about your poop?
No, I'm good, but that's what Austin Idol used to always say a lot. He used to always talk about fiber.
Watch your poop.
You want it to be mush. If it's mush, you're healthy. If it's mush, you're good.
Darling, and you know what, Dudlin, you know what Ronnie Garvin used to say? He said when he's at the gym, people would say, how do I, the accent, how do I lose weight? And Ronnie'd say, well, how many times a day do you eat? 3. How many times a day do you shit? Once. Reverse the procedure.